Hey, gals and pals, it's episode 104 of Cocktail Hour. I'm Andy.
And I'm Rev.
And we are super, super happy and excited to have one of our very favorite author guests on, Susan Meagher.
Hello, all. Good to be here.
Right? Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was very excited. And your bedroom is right behind you.
It is. This is where the fun happens, honeys.
So if you laid down in bed and then, and just did it there, then we could all say we went to bed with Susan.
Just did it there?
Yeah.
That is where I do it, and I'm not going to do it in front of you pervs.
Damn.
All right, well, Jay Lee made it. So, yes, Jay Lee, you are in the right place.
Nice.
Hello, Jay Lee.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. She was a little worried, I think, initially, but she mastered it. Awesome.
Yeah, it's easy once you get the hang of it. If you have the right link, it's pretty easy. I don't think we had any. We didn't have any giveaways or anything from the last one, which was we did and I don't think we did. We had some conversations at the bar. I suppose I shouldn't say I was efficient in looking up the next show date and the number of this episode, but I didn't look at the other side. I don't think we had any giveaways for the conversations at the bar.
I don't think we did either.
No.
I have a silly question, so indulge me, watchers. Can our watchers see all three of us at one time?
Yes, they see us on the bottom.
Okay,
they see it just like what you're seeing.
Okay, excellent. All right, just checking, because I want to be a little crazy. I'll make sure who can see what.
Don't pick your nose and don't take your clothes off, because...
What the hell?
You can take your pants off.
What?
You can take your pants off because we can't see that.
Shouldn't have any pants on. I bet you don't have any pants on. We've been doing this too long. Oh, that reminds me. It's our anniversary.
Yay!
It is.
It is. It's our anniversary show. I had it wrong.
Anniversary?
Thank you. On the last show that we talked about it on, which I guess was the August show, I said that it was going to be our 6th anniversary, but I was wrong. It just feels like it's been 6 years.
It's only 1 year.
No, it's been 5. It was 5 years. We started in 2010, which I swear I thought that we were that we started way before that. It feels like we've been doing this forever, but no. So it's only 5.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Oh yeah, in a good way, absolutely. Ann Geary is here. Hi, Ann. And she said, this is my first live episode. Pretty fantastic, since I don't get many firsts at my age.
Loving that. Oh my goodness. So, as you probably guessed by our posts, we asked Susan to come on because, number one, we love having her on, and she needs to be on a lot more often. Hint. Nothing like obvious. But we asked her here because we wanted to talk about her new book that she worked tirelessly on. Yeah, I love that face. It's awesome. The title of the book is The Right Time, and it comes out next Monday.
I'm certain it will be out by the 1st of October.
Okay. So there you go. It's not much of a wait, so we're going to try and make this show as spoiler-free as possible. That's going to be tough, because it's a big book.
It's a romance novel. It's not possible to spoil it. It's a romance novel.
That's true. But now for folks who have been fans of Susan's for a long time and have read all of her work that's been online, this story used to be called The Right Thing, and Andy and I have been talking with Susan for years about it. When are you going to redo it? I think, and you can actually, if you go back and watch all the shows that Susan has been on with us, I'm pretty sure that we bring it up at least once on every one of those shows. If you're a fan of The Right Thing, it now has a more apt title, The Right Time.
It's better as a title.
Yeah. When I saw that the title had changed, it's like, oh, Well, that makes a lot more sense.
I know.
Yeah.
It really does.
It does.
So good job. So for all of you who have already read The Right Thing and are going to be reading The Right Time, the basic story is the same. So you're not gonna discover something. They don't break up and never get back together. Sorry.
Now they live on Mars.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's the same.
Other than that, it's exactly the same. They both get pregnant from alien sperm, but besides that, it's exactly the same. So, you wanna talk a little bit about what the book is about?
Yes.
Give us a little summary.
Let me give you a little history, because I know we all love history. In either 98 or 99, I'm not sure. I went back to the archives, but I couldn't find the post from this far back. I think it was before the internet, when people were just taking notes and sticking them up in binders. Anyway, it was either 98 or 99. The Academy of Bards, one of my favorite groups, I'm sure one of yours, had a little Academy special. And they issued, I think, 15 or 20 words. And you were to write a short story using all of those words. And the words were goofy and kooky and stuff. So I did that. And after I finished, I got a lot of good feedback on it. And I thought, I like these characters a lot. I'd like to spend more time with them. So I wrote an extra, 440 pages and posted it online at that time. Since then, I have redone the book 4 fucking times.
4?
4.
Wow. Wow.
And each time I've redone it, I've spent a month or 2 on it, finished, and thought, nah, still don't like it. For those of you who read the original, there were tons of emails back and forth between the characters. There were long periods where they weren't together. You kind of had to have a timeline with you at all times to figure out how much time had passed and who was where. And you didn't ever see 2 of the main characters. There were 2 of them were on all the time, and they referred to other people that came in and out of their lives, but you didn't ever see them. And it just didn't work. So this last year, I hired a new editor, Linda Sandoval, and she helped me rip it apart and kind of start over. I'd say, well, there wasn't a single page that didn't have changes, and most of it changed dramatically. And I'd take a scene, and she'd read it and say, yeah, no. So we kind of worked on it scene by scene, which helped me a lot. It made it seem like a less daunting task. So it's the story of a pair of young women takes place mostly in South Carolina and Boston. It deals with lots of happy things like alcoholism and bad parenting and terrible poverty and what else. But it's still I think it's a pretty perky book. I think there's a lot of fun in it. I think a lot of interesting things happen. And I think you get to see the people grow up into pretty nice adults.
I would agree.
They're not pretty young, 17 and 18.
Mm-hmm.
But almost 10 years passes by the time it's over.
Which is different because in the online version, aren't they quite a bit? My hair's standing up. Don't mind my hair.
Well, that's all I can think of.
I know.
Please wear a hat.
They're quite a bit older in the online version, aren't they? Aren't they like in their mid-30s or 40s, or does it just feel that?
It just felt like it.
Oh, I thought it was. Well, no, I guess you're right. I think I just always kind of
just felt like it.
Townsend, I think she matures so much that my brain just kind of got that in there. there was one thing that when I got to it, I sent Andy a text, and I was like, "What the hell?" There's a but Andy wasn't far enough.
I wasn't.
So no, I was flying, and Andy was still.
I was slowly savoring each page.
There you go.
I listened to it, so I had the ability to read while I was doing other things, and she didn't have that. But there's one place, so that you were talking about how so much time goes by, and how in the original there's a lot of going back and forth, and there was one spot where some stuff happened, and then it says 5 years later, and I was like, what the hell?
Bang.
But it worked. You know what? It worked, and
I think it worked a lot better than just dribs and drabs. 6 months later, 3 months later, 4 months later. Oh, yeah, stop.
Yeah, and it really, I mean, it gave the when they come back together, when they meet again after those 5 years is up.
They're coming for you.
When the 5 years is up, and it really kind of I thought it was so much better the way they connect again, and they were both like, oh my God, it's like nothing's ever, and because that made that really emphasized their connection so much more than little emails here and there.
Yeah, and completely not having any contact for those years let them grow up off camera, which was nicer.
Yeah, I agree. I want to get a couple things, if that's all right, taken care of with the questions and comments.
Sure.
Jay says, I must be doing something wrong. Honey, what are you doing? You seem to be okay. Let me know if there's something that you need. You can post. You can send me a PM on Facebook, or you can post right on the thing here. So anything, if you need some help, just let me know.
So she can go right to that little chat message there on the right side of her screen and post something to you?
She can. Theirs looks a little different than what we're seeing here, but yep, she can just the way she did. That's how she got that on there. So whatever you did to do that, you're doing good.
Yeah.
And then Heidi says, Susan, will you be at Women's Week so I can get my copy signed?
Hi, Heidi. Hi, Heidi. I will not this year.
Oh.
Sadly. I apologize.
So when will there be opportunities for folks to get? How would one go about doing that if they wanted to get their copy signed?
Order it from Brisk Press and ask me to personalize it. I will be happy to.
Oh, there you go.
For
for how much of a sum? For a small sum? A small additional fee?
There's no additional fee.
All right, good. Okay, all right. And then so just for
cool,
folks who, send in, do like a pay what you want kind of thing. How much am I worth? How much is my?
I don't think I want to ask that question.
It could be leaving yourself open for hurt. It could. I'm just saying.
I don't need that.
No. So for folks who don't know, and I'm pretty sure that all of your fans do know, you run your own publishing company where all of your books are able to be purchased directly from Brisk Press, and the URL for that, I believe, is briskpress.com.
That's correct.
Okay. And you get all of the ebook formats. You get and great customer service. Before I got to know Susan, I actually had an issue and ordered, and boom, everything was beautiful and fine.
We try to be responsive. We're a lot more responsible than Amazon is.
Yes.
We actually look at our email.
What? You actually what?
We actually look at and respond to our email.
There you go. So you can't beat that. Even though in our post on our website we will have, if you click on the stuff for us, it does take you to Amazon, just because we get a couple pennies here and there if you order books or anything through our link. Go to Brisk Press if you're not a diehard Amazon fan. I know some of our watchers are, and they will only buy from Amazon just because of the Kindle stuff. But if you're not, go to Brisk Press, buy from Susan direct. Yep. Heidi says she's heartbroken. You will be missed.
I'm sorry, but I can't do it this year.
Oh, Jay says, I'm okay now. I was confused, not unusual.
Yeah, you gotta love Jay. She's awesome. Seriously, she is awesome.
And
Okay,
then,
so are we ready to get back to the book talking?
no, no, no. Give me 1 second
That's an
here. Just one more
agenda.
second.
Mhm.
Just one more second. I just, Blue says, hi, everyone in waves. I didn't want to leave Blue out.
Blue?
Hi, Blue.
All right.
Okay, I'm on now.
You're on.
Okay, I don't even know where to start. I got so many things in my head. Okay, so first I want to say I love, and I always have, but we haven't had a real chance to really talk about this book until now. But I really love the names that you chose for the two main characters.
Really?
I love Hennessy Fugo. I think that's an awesome name. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And Townsend Bartley. It's Bartley, right?
Townsend Bartley.
Yeah.
Townsend Jameson
With the
Bartley.
middle, with Jameson. That's right. We have talked about this because they're both booze names.
Both those names.
Well,
But one was inadvertent.
I got a memory for shit, so it's all right. But yeah, I love those names. They're so awesome.
They're different. You don't see them in every book.
No.
Fantastic.
But I wish I had the ability when I was writing to just write H or T. I don't have that ability. I have to write them out every time. And after you've written them out a billion times, you're like, why couldn't I name her, just some nice phonetic No.
I'm glad you didn't. I couldn't remember. What was her mother's name? Do you remember what her mother's name was?
Which mother?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Townsend
Hennessy.
Hennessy's is Maribel Pikes.
That's right. I tell you, I almost got misty-eyed when you wrote that scene where Hennessy takes Townsend to meet her mother for the first time.
I did get misty-eyed when I wrote it.
Oh my God! I'm like, holy shit! You start thinking your life's bad.
Now that scene really didn't change too much from the original, though.
Didn't.
See, I'm going to have to read the book again because I spent the whole time I was reading it this time, I was doing mental comparisons. So while I was engaged in the book, I was still keeping part of my brain going, did this happen before? And if so, how was this different?
Right.
I'm sorry, so I just wanted to say that. Go ahead, Andy. You can keep going.
My previous iteration, in version 3 of this, I had her mother die on camera. You got to see her bleed to death in the dirt outside of her trailer.
Holy
wow!
Did you really?
She tripped and fell on a gin bottle, and it severed femoral artery.
That's hilarious. That's some good karma, though.
But in this one, she doesn't die.
That would.
I think I like it better than
No.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I felt.
I don't know. I'm always.
When I was reading it,
I was just saying, I'm always. Go ahead.
I think everybody that's listening knows I live in South Florida, so it's hot as Satan's rectum, and there's mosquitoes galore, right? So I'm reading this outside, and I got mosquito spray on. I'm swatting every once in a while. I'm drinking anything cold I can get my hands on, and I'm reading these scenes where you describe how beautiful and yet how challenging areas in South Carolina are. And I don't know, it's like almost being immersed in it, where I didn't have that same feeling reading the online version, so many years ago. So it was like a visceral experience, and that was really, really awesome. I got to say, you did a great job with that.
I hope I've gotten better at writing, and that's what I think I've done better at, is trying to set a scene better. It's not just dialogue.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Thank you, because I thought where they lived was important in both of them, really.
Yep. Although I would take Townsend's environment much better than that.
Take that apartment right next to the Boston the Massachusetts state legislature.
Right? I mean, and then, oh my God, and then a little place on the Cape. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
That was nice enough. But I don't know whose parents I'd rather take. They're both awful.
But Townsend's mother was making great strides and getting her addiction under control by the end of the book, and that was really nice to see. That really was. Yeah.
And Hennessy's grandparents were pretty awesome.
They were nice people.
Yeah, they were.
They were good folk.
I'd like to have some of their damn barbecue or their cooking period. Holy crap, man. I mean, you're talking about grits and shrimp, and I'm over here going like this.
Oh,
I love it.
I've been to Beaufort, South Carolina, I think 3 times, maybe 4 times. I've never had a bad meal there. It's good.
Road trip.
Nice small town.
Nice.
All right, we've got a couple comments. Pat found us.
Yay.
Welcome, Pat. Jay says unique names rock. As somebody with the first name that's not always very commonly spelled the way that I do, I have to say that it kind of sucks. Because I get called Cherry on a regular basis, and oh, and I hate that song more than just about anything. Yes. And then Blue says, children seldom appreciate having unique names, but as an adult, it helps a lot, except at Starbucks.
That's why you need to buy a reusable cup and just give it to them, and then they don't ask you your name.
Right?
I've never had anybody at Starbucks ask me my name. They just yell out what you ordered, and you're just standing right there.
Here they always ask your name, but if you have a reusable cup, they don't, because it's yours. So, there you go.
And wait, speaking of drinks, this book opened my world to a different way to make sweet tea. Now, mind you, my mother's from Alabama, all right? So that's pretty damn Southern. And I never learned this secret. Never, ever, 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 until I read this book, and I went, no way! So I thought it was just some bullshit you made up, right? So I go over, I'm just saying. So I go over and Google, and I'm like, holy shit, I found a recipe. So I kind of want to tell everybody, but I don't, because it might be like, okay, fuck it, I'll tell them. So,
I don't think it's a spoiler.
All right.
It's a sweet tea spoiler.
I was going to read the book, but no, I can't because I know about the sweet tea.
Okay, so here's the thing. I love iced tea, and yes, I secretly love sweet tea, but I don't drink it because of all the damn sugar. But one of the things that iced tea always has is that little bit of that bitterness, when you drink it, and I've gotten used to it, clearly. I'm reading this book, and Hennessy brings it up about, this is the way you're supposed to drink sweet tea. And she puts baking soda in the tea, and what it does is it cuts that tannins. I think it's called tannins. So, it takes that little bit of bitterness out. I'm like, no way. So
just a tiny bit.
Just a tiny bit, yeah. I looked it up. I had my mom here today. She came over for some dinner, and my mom goes, what are you doing with that baking soda? I said, Mom, you got to try this. So I pull up the recipe. I'm making it. She says, okay, I get that so far. I get it. What are you putting? How much do you want? I put a 1/4 teaspoon, because that's what the recipe is for, 1/4 teaspoon in a full pitcher of tea. And she's like, oh, no, I'm not trying that. I'm like, yes, you are. Yes, you are. She goes, I'm from Alabama. I'm not trying that. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So finally, I won the battle. I poured her a little bit about this big in the glass. And she's like, wow, that's really good. I'm like, tea. It's unbelievable. I don't think I can drink regular tea now. Damn it. That is so good.
I can tell you, I'm sending Andy texts about the content of the story, and Andy sends me a text about the tea. I gotta try that tea thing, and then she sends me a link. So I can also investigate on the proper way to make sweet tea now. But I don't drink sweet tea, so it was really, like, well, that's nice. Okay. Now back to the book.
Yeah, but I didn't make the whole pitcher sweet tea. I just put like a little bit of sweetie in a glass. So I've kind of gotten away from sweet tea.
But you learn that when you write, that every book affects readers in very different ways.
I focus on the shrimp and grits and the barbecue and the
Some of them only care about what they eat. Some of them only care about how they look. Some of them have the sex scenes, and if there are fewer than 5, they don't want to read it.
Oh my God.
And Andy only cares about the beverages.
And you care about the hair.
She likes the food too.
That's true. Yep, yep.
Jerry, you always were talking about the hair. Remember stroking the hair, the long hair, the combing the hair? Remember you were
No, it's Susan and I had talked about that before. That there's always hair.
There's not a lot of hair in this book, girls.
No, nope. Or fashion stuff.
I cut that shit out because of you.
I do want to say that like you had mentioned that the focus of the book had always been on just these 2 characters, and they talk about the other people. We saw Kate a few times. We never met Jenna, and as I was reading this, there came a scene. It was, I believe, it was right after Townsend and Jenna are coming. They're back from Martha's Vineyard, right? So I'm reading this, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, shit, I never actually met Jenna before. This is really nice. Right. Instead of just hearing about her, I got an actual chance to meet her and watch her interact, and it really made a huge difference in how I felt about that character.
Have more of an understanding of what would have led each of them to these other women, and what they got from those relationships. But you could also see with both of them what they weren't going to be able to get.
Right. And I mean, I already knew what was going to happen, obviously, with the Jenna Townsend relationship. Yeah. But even that, I think the changes that you made in the way that it was discussed, really it made a big difference in the flow and the ability to really get engrossed in the story. And now previously, there's no way for the reader to like Jenna. There's no, you really don't get much of a feeling for her. She's kind of, she's afraid, and this really, the way that you've redone this really gives the reader an opportunity to feel some more empathy toward her instead of just whatever. Now in the
for her, and to get some feeling for what she was giving Townsend that Townsend needed so much at that minute.
Yeah, and now in the new version, it's not introduced as this, we're deeply in love and all of this on Jenna's end even. She's just kind of like, let's see what happens. I'm not going to be here for long. I need to find out this aspect of myself. And so that felt a lot different. In the earlier editions, I think we did get to meet Kate a couple of times.
Never heard her talk, I don't think.
I don't remember the online.
I thought that there was a scene, and I might be getting confused too, because I read like an interim version.
You did the interim. You read version 3.
Okay, because that one had Kate show up in South Carolina and have a conversation. Now the way that you have Kate showing up this time in South Carolina
is different.
It's very different. I'm reading this going, what the hell? Wow, now this is different, and it works. I liked it, I liked it. And you also handled the relationship between who Nicole was.
Yeah.
Right, that was her name, right? Townsend's potential love interest.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. And how, like, in the original, or one of the versions that I read, they went on this really long hiking thing through the Appalachian Mountains, right?
Appalachian Trail.
Yeah, and I like the way you did it this time. I really did. It was and even like you said with the Jenna thing, the difference in the way that the relationships are being handled is it really works.
Good. I was moved more by the story this time than I was the first 3 times. I felt more emotional connectedness to all of the characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did too. I think I'm interested to hear from other people once it comes out, folks that have read The Right Thing and loved it, and then folks that will read The Right Time, and I'm certain will equally love it or more actually. One thing that you were just talking about is the differences in how you tell your stories now compared to years ago. And Andy had mentioned that the setting really, it was a very visceral experience for her with the mosquitoes and shit too. But but that's something that I know that we've mentioned in several of your latest books with The Crush. And then, of course, Almost Heaven, which, the setting, I mean, Ramp is its own character, really. And then, again, and, in The Homecoming, it's all really, I don't know, it's not like I don't want to say it's like a travel, like a travel book, but you really, you can tell that you spend a lot of time paying attention to really bringing the reader to those locations and making them real, and it's really great.
Well,
it's really great.
I put a lot of effort into it, and I try to really know a place. I try to go there many times before I write about it. I think it matters.
It does.
So, where are you going? Where have you been traveling to recently, and how is that going to come up later?
Well, my next book is in New York City, so I don't have to do anything for that. The one after that is in Los Angeles and Hawaii.
Ooh.
Oh.
And the one after that I'm working on right now is in Chicago.
Oh, well, if you need any research help with that, just let me know.
But it's from a time before you were born. It's 1967.
Oh, I know somebody from Chicago who was there during that time, and you probably know her too. So,
all right.
Yeah, she was, I think, big in the political scene and all of that also.
Oh.
I just want to clear up some stuff, if we can take a minute. Andy, you got something you want to say? You want to say it before you forget?
I just 3 at one time. You're working on 3 at one time. Is that what I'm hearing?
Always, right?
I'm always working on 3 at one time. Always.
It's because I pay attention when she talks on our show.
I'm always doing one first draft. I'm always working on a second draft and then a third draft of the third one.
Damn it. I don't remember any of this crap. Okay, so
I do it in hunks. So I'll do the first draft of a new novel. It takes me about 3 months. And then I'll go back and do the second draft of the next one I want to have up. And then after I'm done with that, I'm usually getting the third or the fourth draft back from an editor. And then I work on that.
Damn, man. That's a massive...
So I don't do, one day one and one day the other. It's more like a month on one and then a month on the other.
Still, mad skills.
Mm-hmm. I just finished doing another edit of an If I'm Hissif book.
I was going to ask, now you should have another one of those coming out too, right?
Yeah, same time. I just finished an edit of one of those, and I finished that, I think today at about noon, and at 1 o'clock I said to my wife, I got to start writing again. I'm getting antsy. And she's like, it's been an hour. Calm down.
Awesome.
Are you going to do Nano again this year?
I don't know. When is it?
November.
I want to do a new book for that. Now, I'm not sure I'll be ready to do a new book, but I might. You never know.
All right. Well, I was not going to do it, and then my son decided he wanted to do it again, so now I'm going to do it too.
The next one that I'm publishing, I started on Nano.
Done last year's?
Maybe it was 2 years ago. The one about the chefs, I started on Nano.
Yeah.
Chefs in New York.
Gotcha.
All right, let me take care of some of these things here. Susan, do you embed? This is from Blue, because Blue always gives very thoughtful, insightful questions.
Ready?
Yes.
All right, Susan, do you embed elements in your stories that hold a special meaning to you or others? A literary Easter egg, so to speak?
A literary Easter egg? No. You mean, do I have a little snippet of Hemingway hidden in there somewhere? No.
No, or just something that maybe a secret message to a reader or something like that.
No. Mm-mm.
Well, you should do that because that's really a great idea.
I'll do private messages to every reader I know about.
There you go. Yeah.
Tell them they have to run it by the book because there's a secret message for them.
There you go.
That's a great marketing
The
ploy.
Susan X. Meagher decoder ring.
Sold exclusively at briskpress.com.
Exclusively. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it'll say, when you decode it, it'll say, buy more books.
Or what was that from the Christmas story?
Something about Ovaltine.
Yeah, drink
More
more Ovaltine.
All right. Then we have some more discussion about the names. Jaylee throws everyone. No one ever pronounces it correctly. Now I'm wondering if I'm not pronouncing it correctly.
Her name is really Halle.
It may be. Oh my God.
Now don't you feel dumb?
I do, yes. But I mean, it'll happen again very soon. At least once a day. Blue says maybe having a unique name and an odd accent is a double whammy for you. Yes, I bet that is true. Heidi says she's excited for the food and the drinks.
Yay, Heidi.
Now, how many sex scenes were in this one? There weren't. I don't think there were 5.
There were sex scenes, but only one between the main characters. Really.
Let's see. There were 1 or
It was a
2
good one.
from Kate.
There were 1 or 2 with Kate. There was 1 with Jenna.
Was there one with Jenna?
Yeah.
Was there?
They didn't get all the way. They didn't get all the way.
Okay.
There was a seduction scene with Jenna.
Yes, I do recall the seduction scene. All right, and then
there was one with the main characters, but you got to admit it was a good long one.
It was.
Yep.
I was doing reporting when that was going on, and I had to stop.
Oh, God.
I'm typing. Do.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
Rewind.
How'd she get that over there?
So if my numbers are all messed up, I'll hear about it next week. I'll blame you. I'll tell my boss. I'm sorry. I was listening to a sex scene.
I was listening to a sex scene at the time.
I love working from home.
Listening to lesbian sex at the time. See?
And then Jay says that Susan is a master of multitasking.
Thank you.
Literary multitasking. You should put that on your business card.
Literary multitasking.
All right, we are officially caught up with questions and comments.
So, Susan, in this story, I mean, I know you love all your characters, but which one of these characters in this story nudged out the others to be your favorite?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess Hennessy.
It's that slow Southern drawl. Isn't
I
it?
do love Southern women. I do. As one of my types.
All right.
And she cook.
You can cook, man. You can cook.
Wouldn't you love to come home from your late night shift and have your wife making red beans and rice? Or
I gotta say, bringing those, since you brought that up, that, you know what? I just wanted to punch Kate right in the throat like 8 times. Yeah, baby, I know that you're completely dissatisfied with your life and you hate where you live and you miss your family, but baby, I need you to cook for me and clean my house, because, you know, I work hard. I work hard, baby. So I'm sorry, but if you could continue to put your existence on hold, I would appreciate it.
In one of the previous iterations, the only job Hennessy got was at a high school. And she'd just gotten her PhD, and her book was being published, and she was going to get some job at a local high school in Boston. And Kate's like, "What's the difference? It's the same." And Hennessy's like, "It's not the same."
Kate sucked, and
She did,
but
not in a good way.
no, not in a good way. And well, actually, I think she did suck in a good.
I think she sucked in a very good way. That way.
Yeah, that was one of the things that.
Yeah, but maybe in the beginning, you know.
No. That they had good sex all the way through. That was one of the things. Yeah.
I'm not talking about the sex part. The sucking in the beginning was probably good, but the sucking in the end part was not so good.
That's good.
I disagree. Kate was consistently selfish and self-centered from the very beginning all the way through to the end. I don't think she changed in that way one iota. If you know, going into it knowing that she's a selfish asshat, you know, it was easy to pick that out on everything. You know, oh, you didn't go to dinner with me. You know, fuck you.
Okay then.
I just don't like her.
I think Kate's attractiveness to Hennessy was her being forthright, her having things in order, her knowing what she was going to do, being a super adult. There were no hidden Easter eggs anywhere. What you saw was what you got. And
she needed that.
Very appealing to her.
Yeah, I mean, she spent her entire life taking care of everybody else. You know, and here is somebody who is keeping everything in order, and there's nice. Everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing. She knows
where she's going. She knows what she's going to do. She knows how she's going to do it. She's got an intact family who cares for her very much. She's confident in her sexuality. She's confident about everything. But
there was
so confident that she ate up all the room rather than giving any to Hennessy.
Yeah, there's a line in the book where Hennessy specifically says that for once, you know, she's not the adult taking care of somebody. Heidi says, "Tell us how you really feel about Kate."
She don't
just like her. Yes, just like her very much. And even if Hennessy and Townsend never got back together, I would recommend that Hennessy run for the hills, or just let Grandma take care of her, because Grandma didn't like them either.
Grandma didn't like her.
Grandma coming after me.
No, I really loved how you did that with you know, Hennessy reflecting on the fact that that Grandma never offered to make Kate something special, anything. And Townsend's like, "Oh, you're awesome."
Gets out the cookbook, make you something special. Hennessy's like, "What the hell? I've been with this woman for 7 years, and she never made her a hush puppy."
And I like how Grandma just dropped the bomb. Is like, why didn't you marry the girl?
Why'd you marry that girl?
Awesome.
What?
That was awesome.
That's something else that you would have had that you had to make some changes about too. Now that the marriage laws have changed, you had to update those too.
Yep. Yeah, there were a lot of changes.
Very good ones. I enjoyed it. Andy, go ahead. I'm going to see if I made any notes.
I was kind of taken aback by one apparently Southern expression I never heard of in this book.
What be that?
Was it happy as a dead pig in the sun?
Oh, yeah. Because when a pig dies in the sun, it gets sort of desiccated, and as it does, it pulls up on its face, like here, and it looks like it's smiling.
I gotcha. All right.
It ain't.
Dead pig in the sun. I have to stop for a minute. I'm trying to think. Okay.
Looks like it's smiling, but it ain't.
That's awesome.
It's just dead. My other favorite that I don't think I used is someone smiling like a possum eating grapes.
No, I think that was in there.
It's in there twice. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is kind of cute, though. Of course, I have possum in my head immediately, you know. Yeah. I was there.
They're not that cute in person.
I've had several in my home.
They're really not that cute. Raccoons are cute. Yeah.
I had one of them in my home too, ripped to shreds on my dining room floor.
Oh no, that's nasty.
Who brought it to you?
My dog, one of my dogs, he's brought in many possums, some alive.
The raccoon, they're fast.
We've had rabbits, squirrels, birds, many possums. We had one possum that he brought in, and the possum decided that he didn't want to pretend to be dead anymore and hid underneath my dresser. Nice. And we're walk by, and you hear this hissing, and I'm like, oh my God. So that was an experience. That took several hours.
It's taken several hours off my life.
There was a lot of me jumping on the bed and screaming.
I would have been behind it.
Maybe not screaming, squealing. I squeal and screech. I'm not much of a screamer.
One thing going on in your house.
Yeah, well, and now we're moving to a place with a lot of woodsy area, but we're not putting in a doggy door. So that will cut down on the dead animals, which is exactly why we decided not to do it. Like, I can't take anymore. I just don't want that anymore.
The dog's like, where am I getting my snacks?
Well, he's older now, so he's slowing down a bit. Let me see. Blue says, I still find might could a fascinating inclusion in any Southern sentence.
Oh,
I might could do that.
That is a good one.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got about 13 minutes left. So if you guys have more questions and comments that you want to get in, now's the time. Should we get? Go ahead.
We could play the game.
Oh, we could play the game, and then we can make the announcement about Susan's generous offer.
We could do that too. Susan, you want to play the game?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Ready? Who would you fuck? Okay. So all the characters in the right time. Who would you do if you had one night, one chance, one opportunity, free pass? Who would you do?
Just a one night.
One night, free pass. Nope, not a relationship. Just one roll in the hay.
Just someone who can punch your button.
Exactly. Punch the button, whatever.
Or caress it gently, whichever you want.
Slap it, flip it, rub it down, whatever. Just saying. One night.
So we're talking, it's mostly looks, right?
Whatever you want.
Whatever makes you happy.
Because I don't know these people. I'm just having a one night, right?
Right.
I just see them all in a bar lined up on stools.
Like the Mustang Ranch.
Now, if we're talking the Mustang Ranch, I would pick Kate.
That's a very good choice.
That is a good choice.
That is a very good choice.
If I had to hang out, and it was someone that I was attracted to for more than just her gorgeous blonde hair and blue eyes, and I would pick Hennessy for a more long term, because I think she's a much nicer person.
Yeah, absolutely. Good picks.
But there's something about the blonde hair, blue-eyed,
right? I'm with you.
Princess that I really like.
I'm with you there. All right, what about you, Sherry? One night, free pass, rub it, flip it, rub it down.
Please don't say Maribel Pikes.
I've spent a lot of time thinking about this, and Heidi, you are absolutely right. Heidi says, I'm guessing Sherry won't pick Kate.
She likes sloppy seconds, so she might.
No, I just like Kate with a burning passion. And in order for me to be attracted to a blonde, I need more then
The
they're not.
hair
It's not. Yeah,
color is not enough.
it's not. Yeah, just hearsay of being good in bed won't
need-
be enough for
You
me.
need blonde plus.
I need yes. I need blonde plus yes. Okay, so Kate's out of the picture. I can't pick Maribel because I believe she had some issues with her teeth.
Oh, she had some issues.
So I'm gonna say no.
Maribel, the best you could say is nice tooth.
So Maribel's out of the picture, which and Townsend's mom I just didn't connect with very well. So I mean she's great, and I'm really happy that they've worked out their shit and are good with each other.
But she wasn't giving you the good mom vibes.
No. I may go with Grandma. I mean she's feisty. She can cook.
And she can whip you up a platter of hush puppies.
Yeah, that's your gilf, huh?
And so I think I don't wanna damage Grandma's heart and put her out. So I'm gonna say Hennessy. I'm gonna go with Hennessy.
That's a good choice.
A long way around, but I will go with Hennessy. Yes.
In reality, Townsend would probably be a little bit more of a firecracker.
She would be, but I didn't. Yeah, no. This one was. I like Tennessee. Yeah, and she's responsive. So.
And responsible, which is nice. Yeah.
Yes. All right, Andy.
Well, this is a tough one because I like the Bartley women. So I like the mom because she's kind of the ice queen, but I bet you get her revved up. She's like a tornado.
Holy shit! You're picking a mom?
I'm picking a mom. I think in this one, and I can't remember what Townsend's mother's name is.
Maribel.
That's Townsend.
No, Townsend's mom. Andy's doing Maribel.
No. What's Townsend's mom's name? I can't remember what it is.
I can't remember.
Miranda.
Oh, Miranda and Maribel. You could do them both.
God, no. I'm taking Miranda on this one.
I applaud that decision. I think that Miranda could be a ton of fun.
I think she could too, because usually the kids don't fall far from the tree.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
the original. That's what I'm
Get her all loaded up on OxyContin and go for it.
After a good roll in the hay, you grab some OxyContin. It's good. Pass it. Good. Done. That's the best sex and sleep I ever had.
Get me that bottle of tequila. Let's go.
All right. We got some questions and comments. Jaylee says, would that be a gilf? Grandma I'd like to fuck? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it would be. Yes. And she also says, I almost always pick the blonde in any story. If it's a Gabrielle specific, I will always pick Gabrielle over Xena. Yeah. Always.
Yeah, me too.
And then Jay also wants to know, I think I missed this, but when will the paperback be available?
Oh, the same time.
Oh, okay. So you always put out all of them at the same time? Okay. That's nice.
I don't like to tickle you with a feather. I just go.
You might want to rethink that. Tickling with feathers is nice.
It can be.
You don't want to tickle you with the feather. You're gonna hit with the pillow.
Hit you with the pillow? Yeah.
There you go. All right. All right.
Some places like to put out the book first because they think it makes people buy the book, and they make $1 or $2 more from a book than they do from an ebook.
Mm.
I don't think I need to do that. I don't think I need to hijack people for $1.
I like your method, Susan.
Yes, absolutely. And then, so for folks who would like to win a signed copy of The Right Time,
winner!
You just got to go over to our website, cocktailhour.us, and leave a comment for this particular post, episode 104. Should we have What's your favorite iced tea add-in?
Or your favorite Southern food.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right?
That's a good one.
Good.
Or what? Where should Susan place the next brand new novel that she writes?
Actually, the one about the chefs is both New York and Detroit. Detroit, as I call it.
Detroit. All right, so
Buy for $10 about 5 years ago. Oh my God.
All right, so pretty much just share something that is moderately relevant to anything that we talked about.
Oh, you know what you see? If you went to summer camp, your experiences at summer camp, something fun.
I went to summer camp.
Well, put something fun down.
I don't have to. I'm not putting. I don't want to share. Just put down. Leave a comment because we like you.
Leave a comment. Go buy Susan's book.
Yeah.
When you were at summer camp, how did you have sex with strangers?
Did you ever get your nipple almost bit off at summer camp?
Did you know that time at summer camp when you were blowing that guy? No.
Oh my God, that's band camp. That's band camp.
Time at summer camp when you were paying those people to buy you vodka, and then.
Yes.
Well, that Townsend was resourceful trying to get her fixed.
It's a rockin' camp.
Addicts will do shit.
Addicts will do shit.
They will do shit. Jay says, I'm actually okay with a feather tickle. And Heidi says, I have laughed so much tonight, Susan needs to come back more often. Agreed. Agreed.
That's what I say, Heidi.
That's right. So we've got books coming. So can we put you on the calendar for May?
Sure.
Excellent. I'm working on it right this damn minute.
Actually, I might even be earlier than May next time, but May's good.
All right. Anne says, I used my best one-liner at summer camp. Are you gonna share it here, or are you gonna make us wait till the comments for that?
Yeah. What's up with that? Come on now.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes. Type fast.
You tickle our ass with each other.
Right, so if you're interested in winning a copy of The Right Time, and really, why wouldn't you be?
Why wouldn't you be? At worst, you can sell it on eBay.
Oh, no.
I tell you what, if somebody wins a copy and doesn't want it, let me know. I'll take it.
Right? What the hell?
Yeah. What the hell? All right. So if you want to be entered, you have to get your comment posted no later than October 9th. And I'm sorry, Anne was 10. You were 10. You used your best one-liner.
What?
All right.
Get out of here.
I don't know. If you hit your peak at 10 for one-liners, I don't know, Anne. I think Anne should just win the book right now. Oh, somebody's already leaving comments. Good. All right. So leave your comment no later than October 9th. We will announce the winner live on our next show, which is October 10th. It'll be a live video show just like this one, but it'll be earlier in the day because we have to accommodate the author. All of these international authors are really, messing up our time here.
I know, right? What the hell?
So anyway,
where does your author hail? And her name is what?
Her name is Fletcher Delancey, and she is in Portugal.
Portugal.
Yeah. So she will be back with talking about the next in the book.
Next in the book.
I'm sorry, people are leaving comments. It's making me laugh. Anne says it's sad that she hit her one-liner peak at 10.
That's not right.
Oh, and then I already did, Heidi. Heidi says, can you tease us with who's the next guest? It's Fletcher Delancey doing...
Yep, and it's another in a series of Alcee?
Yes, it is. This is the second one, right?
Yes.
Yes. And not to piss everybody off, but I'll be getting the third one in just a couple of days. just a couple of days. So
He likes to drive me crazy with this, Susan.
okay, so Without a Front, the first one, this is this there's Without a Front 1 and then Without a Front 2. This is Without a Front 1, and it's been out for a while, so grab a copy, read it up. It's very, very good. Gin for Fletcher. Yes, I imagine that we will be drinking gin. We didn't collaborate on a cocktail this time.
Yeah, I was too busy focused on that damn tea.
I know you were very excited about the tea. I want to show you, Andy. I meant to give you this.
Tea with something.
Yeah, right. Something like a Long Island iced tea.
Oh, that
Actually,
would be
under
good.
this book, we should have had something non-alcoholic.
Oh, that's true.
I did.
Did you? Oh, I'm drinking gin and tonic. Okay, so
I got
Wait. Stop. What were you drinking? Because clearly Susan is gone. But what was it?
Vermont cider.
Ooh, sounds yummy.
what is that? Is there baking soda in it?
Oh,
I have some woodchuck cider.
nice. I like that.
I
So what
love
were you drinking,
cider.
Sharon? Oh, what?
I'm a big cider fan.
As well, you should be. It's very good.
I finished up my Sprecher hard cider last night. My growler. I'm filling up on my growlers on Tuesdays now because it's Double Punch Tuesday. And after I fill it, so after I get 12 fills, and we've got 2 growlers, so I get 4 punches every Tuesday. Then I get a free one. That's $8. So. Yeah. So Andy, when you were here, I meant to give you this. I won it on Goodreads.
Wow.
And it's literary cocktails.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah. So it's a really cool book. Well, we're out of time, so I should stop screwing around.
Oh my God. All right. Well,
hold on.
What? Wait.
What?
Oh, is it not out, Pat? Okay, Pat says she doesn't think that the Without a Front is out yet. Oh, you might be right. Shit, does it come out next month? Fuck. You know what else comes out next month? I just have to say this because it's exciting for me personally. The book that I have 5, count them 5. At least I'm supposed to have 5. I think there's 5. Tiny short stories is coming out next month.
Nice.
With Ilva Press. So their Halloween anthology is got some of my creepy,
You write
disturbing things.
Creepy stuff, girl. Creepy ass stuff.
I have things in my head.
Buy it from you.
Yeah. Good and creepy.
Yep. So that's out next month too. We'll talk about that more because it's exciting.
Hey.
Okay.
All right. So, Susan, honestly, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I've had fun.
We love you. You need to come back more often.
I can only ride so fast.
We're going to have to do something about that.
I want to talk about other people's books.
That's what I was thinking, see? Carrie, as usual, thank you for being you and being on and doing all the work that you do for this show. And happy anniversary. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for making me.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Andy, for forcing me to do this when we started because I didn't want to. And I want to say thank you to Susan. I felt like shit when we started. I've had a really nasty sinus headache all day long, knocked me out for a couple hours earlier. But talking with you about the book and hanging out, this is the best I've felt all day. So next time I feel like shit, I'm just going to call you and...
I'm here for you. I love to serve.
Excellent. All right. Just a couple of quick ones. Pat says no, it's not out, and I'm just supposed to keep rubbing it in about getting advanced copies. And Blue said that my stuff is creepy and dark.
It's lovely, but it's creepy. And one last thank you before we go is thank you for the listeners and the watchers because honestly, you guys rock, and we appreciate you hanging in with us. And tell your friends. And don't forget, go buy Susan's damn book.
That's right. And I want to say a big thank you to Jay. So you thanked us. We need to thank you because you do a lot for the online community, and I know you've kept Andy entertained with your group and conversations. And don't let people get you down. because you yes. All right then. Tell me when to hit the button.
Hit the button. Bye, all.
Bye.
Bye.